In 2018, a man in the UK tried to stop a sneeze by pinching his nose and clamping his mouth shut. The pressure had nowhere to go. It tore a hole in the back of his throat. He spent a week in the hospital, fed through a tube, from a sneeze. Today we're going through 6 completely ordinary moments: sneezing, drinking water, standing up, cracking your neck, where your body came closer to real damage than you probably realized. And once you see all 6 side by side, there's a pattern connecting every single one. Number 6, holding in a sneeze. You feel it building, you're somewhere quiet, so you pinch your nose and shut your mouth. A sneeze normally blasts out at 1 to 2 kilopascals of pressure, block both exits, and that can spike 20 times higher with nowhere to go. That's close to what happened to a 34-year-old man in Leicester. He felt a pop in his neck, then couldn't swallow or talk properly. Doctors found the sneeze had torn his pharynx, pushing air into the soft tissue of his neck and chest. He needed a week in hospital, tube-fed on antibiotics before it healed. Rare, but the same trapped pressure can also burst an eardrum or, in rarer cases, rupture a blood vessel. The fix is almost insultingly simple. Just let it out. Number 5, choking on water. You're sipping water, scrolling your phone, not paying attention, and your throat panics. What actually happened? A mouthful slipped past your epiglottis, toward your windpipe instead of your esophagus. Doctors call it aspiration. One flap decides where each sip goes, and sometimes it mistimes it. When that happens, your body fires off a violent cough reflex to blast the water back out before it reaches your lungs. That reflex usually wins, but if water keeps coming in faster than you can clear it, it can genuinely block your airway. It's why you're told not to talk with a mouthful of liquid. Number 4, standing up too fast. You've been on the couch for hours, then you jump up the second the doorbell rings, and the room goes sideways. Vision fades, ears ring, your legs briefly forget their job. That's orthostatic hypotension, your blood pressure dropping faster than your body can correct it. While you were sitting, blood pooled in your legs, and standing up fast pulls even more of it downward, right when your brain needs it most. For a few seconds, your brain is running on less oxygen than it wants. Most people recover in under 10 seconds, just dizzy, a little embarrassed. It's also a common reason healthy people faint and hit their head on the way down. The fix: get up and stay jiggies, not like you're launching off a diving board. Number 3, eating raw or undercooked food. Fridge is empty, you're starving, and cold, leftover chicken suddenly looks acceptable. Undercooked poultry, eggs, and seafood can carry Salmonella E. coli, or Campylobacter, bacteria built to survive a trip through your gut. Most of the time your stomach acid wins that fight without you ever noticing, but bacterial loads vary and sometimes it loses. That's when you get the version everyone dreads: cramping, vomiting, a fever, a night you don't want to remember. Rare cases land people in the hospital, especially kids, older adults, or anyone with a weaker immune system. Tough, just not bulletproof. Number 2, cracking your neck. That pop is mostly gas bubbles collapsing in your joint fluid, normal and on its own, harmless. The real risk isn't the pop. It's forceful, high-speed twisting, the kind used in some aggressive manual adjustments that can rarely tear the inner lining of a neck artery. That's cervical artery dissection, and it can lead to a clot and a stroke. Researchers still argue how much of that risk is the manipulation, and how much is people with an undiagnosed dissection seeking treatment for the neck pain it caused. Either way, doctors agree gentle self-cracking is a different story from someone yanking your head sideways. If your neck actually needs fixing, a slow stretch beats a hard twist. Number 1, holding your breath too long. A movie character dives underwater, and you hold your breath along with them, just to see how long you'd last. Here's the part almost nobody knows. What makes you gasp for air isn't low oxygen, it's rising carbon dioxide. That buildup is your alarm system, and it usually goes off long before oxygen gets dangerously low. The real danger shows up when people hyperventilate on purpose right before holding it, trying to push past that alarm. It clears out carbon dioxide without adding meaningful oxygen, so the warning system goes quiet. Oxygen keeps dropping anyway, silently, until you black out, sometimes with no warning at all. It's called hypoxic blackout, and it's a real factor in drowning deaths every year, often in strong, confident swimmers who thought they had margin left. So next movie night, let the actor do the breath holding. Your brain would rather have oxygen than main character energy. Line up all 6, and one thing keeps repeating. None of these are exotic dangers. They're your body's own safety systems, quietly working until something overrides them. Hold in this as you override one. Hyperventilate before diving, you override the one that might matter most. Most of the time, override the system and nothing happens. Every so often, it does. So, which one of these has actually happened to you? Drop it in the comments. If this kept you a little too entertained, subscribe to this channel, hit like, and I'll see you in the next